Hello, everyone. Hello, Kelson. How are you?
I'm fine.
What have you been doing since our last class?
Preparing for exam.
Okay, what exam do you have?
Uh, every subject.
Okay, all right. Okay, when is the exam?
Today.
Today? When is the exam?
Today.
Oh, you've had the exam. Okay, and how was the exam?
Um, okay, maybe. The exam is still Friday.
Okay, all right. Okay. Kelson, there's something wrong with your audio. Is it possible you could use maybe headphones? There's a lot of background noise. If you could use headphones, that would be really helpful. Thank you. Okay, hello, Terence. How are you?
Hi teacher, I'm good. And I same as Kelson, preparing for exam. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And how was the exam?
Um, it's okay, I think.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Hello, Chung. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
What have you been doing?
I've been preparing for this week's exams and I've been reading a novel,
Ah, very good. What novel have you been reading?
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Very good. Have you been reading it in English?
Yes,
Yeah. And are you enjoying it?
yes.
Very good. Excellent. Well done. Hello, Eugene.
Hello, teacher. I'm good.
How are you?
I'm good.
You're well. Okay, good. What have you been doing?
Same with them. I'm also preparing for the exam.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Hello, Henry.
Hello, teacher.
How are you? How are you, Henry?
I'm fine.
What have you been doing?
Same as them. I am preparing for my exams.
Okay. When are your exams?
Also today.
Oh, okay. All right. So how did the exam go?
It went well.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Very good. Okay, well done, everyone. Good to see you all
teacher,
here. Yes.
is it okay now?
Yes, there's a very high-pitched noise in the background, but it's much better than before. Thank you, Kelson. Thank you. Okay, all right, so let's get started with today's class. Okay, so these are the things I'd like to look at today. We're going to look at vocabulary related to travel, and then we're going to talk about traveling. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to look at these words here in the box. So the words are journey, travel, flight, voyage, cruise, and trip. Okay. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to complete these sentences with the correct word in the box. Okay, so for example, number one, our something was delayed because of bad weather, so we had to spend the night at the airport. Any ideas? What do you think number one is? Kelson?
Flight.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. So number one is flight. Very good. Well done. So I'd like you to complete the rest of the sentences and tell me when you have finished in the chat box.
Teacher, what does voyage mean?
Okay, Terence, don't worry. Complete the sentences and the word voyage will make sense once you've completed the sentence. We'll look at the meaning of all the words. Okay.
All right.
All right. And when you have finished the sentence, just let me know in the chat box by writing done or finished. Okay, thank you. Excellent, very good, thank you. Excellent, all right. Okay, so let's take a look at the answers. So, Chung, can you read out number 2, please?
The journey from London to Brighton takes under an hour by train.
Very good. The journey, excellent, very good, well done. Number 3, please, Terence.
I'm afraid Miss Curtis is away on a business trip. She'll be back on Tuesday.
Excellent, very good, well done. And number 4, please, Eugene.
My interests include music, travel, and good food.
Excellent. And number 5, please, Henry.
About 1,500 people died when the Titanic sank on its first 1912.
Okay, so the answer is voyage. Okay, the answer is voyage. Okay, and number 6, please, Kelson.
I wouldn't recommend going on a Caribbean cruise. You're on a ship for most of the holiday, so you don't see much of the different islands.
Very good, excellent, very good, thank you. Cruise, okay, good. So the answer to number 4, travel, is a subject. Okay, it's also a verb, to travel. Whereas number 5, voyage, is the name of a journey which a ship takes. Okay, so a big ship goes on a voyage. Okay, all right, Terence?
Okay, I can understand now.
Okay, excellent, very good. Okay, so I'd like you to take a look at these questions here. If you go sightseeing in a city, what types of places do you visit? Where would you go to get the best view of your town or city? And which are the most popular tourist resorts in your country, do you think? Okay, so I'd like you to take a screenshot of this slide and let me know in the chat box once you've taken that screenshot. Okay, I have no idea what happened there, but hopefully everyone is okay. All right, so let me just share that again. Has everybody taken the screenshot of these questions? Yeah, all right,
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so does anyone have any problems with vocabulary? Are there any words that you don't understand? No? Okay. So what I'd like you to do is I'm going to put you now into breakout rooms. And with the person in your breakout room, I'd like you to talk about these questions, answer these questions. If you go sightseeing in a city, what types of places do you visit? Where would you go to get the best view of your town or city? And which are the most popular tourist resorts in your country? All right. Okay, so let me just put you into breakout rooms. Okay, so one room is going to have 3 people in it. Okay. Okay, so good to see you back in the room, everyone. Okay, so, oops, I didn't want to do that, 1 second. Okay, so Chong, if you go sightseeing in a city, what types of places do you visit?
I would usually visit the food stalls because it always sells the traditional dishes of their country.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. That's very interesting. So let me just share that with you. So say that again for me, please, Chong.
I would always visit the food stalls because it always sells the traditional dishes of their country.
Okay, very good. Thank you. That's interesting. All right. So, okay. So that was interesting. Thank you, Chong. However, just be very careful with your grammar. All right. So you said, I would always visit the food stalls. Okay. So food stalls is plural, but then you said because it refers to one, it refers to singular. Okay. So you should say because they always, and then the verb is not in the third person because they always sell the traditional food from the country. Okay, do you understand? Yeah. All right, good. Eugene, do you agree with Chong?
Yeah, I do because I also like to eat. I also like to taste the local foods.
Mhm.
But for me, when I visit the city or town, I usually visit their museums first because I want to learn about the history of the town or the city.
Excellent. Very, very good. Thank you. Henry, are you similar to Chung or are you similar to Eugene?
I'm similar to Eugene
Okay, why?
because I think that museums can teach us what happened in their country, and for me, I would go to the beach areas because you can go swimming there and also enjoy the beach scenery.
Okay, so you would go to the beach, not the beach area, to the beach. Okay, very good. Excellent. Carlson, how about you?
For me, I would prefer to go to their national park.
Okay, why?
It is because national park is an area that is protected due to its cultural heritage
Mm-hmm.
and beautiful countryside.
Excellent.
And there are clear boundaries showing where the park begins and ends.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so remember you're talking about the national park. So give it a definite article. Excuse me. The definite article the. Okay. So I would like to visit the national park because there's only one national park. Okay. Okay, Terence, how about you?
For me, maybe I'll go to a shopping mall because I love shopping and buy different things like souvenirs or interesting things that my country doesn't have. Or maybe I'll go to a zoo that so that I can see maybe the animal that my country doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
polar bears and others.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, let's look at question number 2. Where would you go to get the best view of your town or city? Carlson, what do you think? Where would you go to get the best view of your town and city?
I would go to the place called Menara Kayangan,
Okay,
which is
why?
located on Mountain Silam, because it it has the most spectacular view there.
Very good, thank you. Henry, do you agree with Carlson?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Are there any other places you would go to get the best view?
For me, I would say that my the playground that is close to my house, because the playground is located on top of a hill. So when you go up the hill and look down, you can see the whole city from up there.
Excellent. Very, very good. Thank you. Chong, how about you? Where would you go to get the best view of your town or city?
I would go to the seaside near the marketplace
Mm-hmm.
because I can always go stargazing there because the sky is always clear over there.
Very, very nice. Very nice. Eugene, how about you? Where would you go?
I will go to Mount Silam, Wisconsin, but there's other place which is also good for seeing a town, which is the My Inn Hotel, the top of the My Inn Hotel tower, which is the highest tower in our town, located in Sri Badana. From there, you can see the whole city.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Sounds lovely. Okay. And Terence, how about you? Where would you go?
For me, same as Eugene and Henry, because me and Henry live together, so our points are almost the same. Yeah, it's the same. So I don't have other ideas.
Okay, so your views or your opinions are the same. Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, so let's look at the next question. Question number 3. Which are the most popular tourist resorts in your country? Henry, which are the most popular tourist resorts in your country, do you think?
I don't know very much about tourist resort, but I just Google and I choose a tourist resort called Berjaya Langkawi Resort, located in Langkawi.
Okay, okay. And what did Google say about this tourist resort?
I didn't find anything, sorry.
You didn't find anything, okay. All right. Okay, how do you say this word, Henry?
Tourist.
Okay, very good, tourist. And you didn't find anything. I didn't find anything. Okay, all right. Eugene, how about you? What are the most popular tourist resorts in your country?
I think wait, I need to find the. Okay, I think the most popular tourist resort in my country is because there's a lot of beautiful corals and underwater creatures, which attracts a lot of tourists, especially tourists from China. Yeah. Last time when I go to Sempona, I see a lot of foreigners. Yeah.
Okay.
So I can say that's the most popular tourist resort.
Okay. Okay, so Eugene, there are a lot of beautiful corals. Okay, so remember, when the noun is plural, you must put the verb in the plural. Okay?
Okay.
All right, good. Carlson, do you agree with Eugene?
I agree with him, but I prefer another place.
Okay, and what is it?
The place is called Tabin Wildlife Reserve. It is located located in the northeast of Ladatu town. And the three largest mammals of Sabah, named Borneo pygmy elephant, Sumatran rhinoceros, and Kembadau, can all found within the reserve.
Okay, very good. Chong, do you agree with Carlson, or do you agree with Eugene?
I agree with Carlson, but I have my own place that I want to share.
Okay.
I think one of the most one of a tourist attraction in my country is Sipatan Island. It is a very famous place for diving and swimming with turtles.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Very beautiful. Excellent. Very good. Have I asked everybody? Henry, have you given me your opinion?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did. Okay. And Terence.
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Terence.
For me, similar with Kelson, but it's a different place. It's called Danum Valley Conservation Area. It is Sabah's largest lowland rainforest. That's located in Landauto also. Yeah, and it's surrounded with primary rainforest, giving a relaxing vibe.
Okay, are you reading off Google at the moment?
Yeah, actually, I'm reading.
All right. Okay. Can you give me your own words? Don't just read off Google. Tell me why do you choose this place?
Because there are a lot of special like animal or plant there. Yeah, like fireflies that doesn't appear in front of my face. I actually haven't seen it once. Yeah, so I think that is a special place that tourists can go there to visit.
Very good. Okay. All right. So you are similar to, okay, so when I ask you, are you similar to Eugene or are you similar to Carlson? The preposition is to. I am similar to, okay? And this place is surrounded by, the preposition is surrounded by, and there are a lot of special animals, okay? So the noun is plural. Okay. All right. Good. Well done, everyone. Good. Has everybody spoken? Yeah, I think I've asked everyone. Okay. All right. We're going to have a very quick break. Give you 10, 15 minutes break. So if you need to go to the toilet or if you need to get a drink. Okay. So come back in 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, everyone? All right. Okay.
All right.
Good. Okay, so welcome back, everyone. Good to see you all back here, apart from Henry, who hasn't joined yet, and Eugene as well. All right, fantastic. Okay, so let's continue with today's class. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is we're going to continue looking at vocabulary. Let me just make this smaller. Okay. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take a look at this text here. Okay. And I'd like you to read the text and decide what is the correct vocabulary for this text. Okay. So last year we went on holidays to Scotland. What do you think the correct answer is, Chong?
Holiday.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. All right. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to read the text and tell me in the chat box once you have finished. Okay.
Teacher, you're not sharing the.
Sorry about that. Can everybody see it?
Yes, right now.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so has everybody finished? So Kowson, thank you. Chong, thank you. Okay, so when you have finished, just let me know in the chat box by writing done or finished. Very good, thank you. Excellent, thank you, Terence. Thank you, Eugene. All right, excellent. Okay, so let's take a look at this text now. Okay, so we know that number one is holiday. Eugene, can you continue reading for me, please?
From the beginning, right?
Yes, please.
Last year we went on holidays.
No, the answer is holiday.
No, holiday to Scotland and booked 2 weeks on a campsite.
Very good. Campsite. Very good. Can you continue?
Where we stayed in a caravan.
Very good. Okay, very good. Thank you. Terence, can you continue, please?
Unfortunately, we couldn't really relax because it was very noisy and it rained nearly every day. We all laughed though when my dad fell over in the puddle, but he didn't think it was very funny.
Very good.
One day,
yeah. Continue.
Continue. One day we went on a half-day excursion to a castle, but it was crowded with noisy tourists, so we were almost glad to get back to the caravan.
Okay, so it was crowded. Very good. Excellent. Okay, and Chong, can you continue, please?
Dad's promised that this year he'll take us all on a package holiday in the Mediterranean to make up for last year's disaster.
Excellent, very good, well done, very, very good. Okay, does anyone have any questions? Any problems with vocabulary?
Excursion, I don't know actually.
Okay, so excursion. An excursion means a trip to visit something of importance. So you could go on an excursion to a castle, or you could go on an excursion to the mountains. It's a trip where you visit things. Okay. Yeah. Do you still have any problems?
Okay.
Terence, do you understand what excursion means?
Yeah, it's like a trip, is it?
Yeah, it's an organized trip to visit things of interest. So, for example, you go on an excursion to a castle or to a museum or to the mountains. It's an
So how to compare trip and tour?
Okay, so a tour is you visit something, you go round something, you go on a tour around a castle. Whereas an excursion is something which is organized. And so, for example, a half-day excursion is something which is organized. Okay?
Okay, I
All
can
right.
understand.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to talk to each other about these questions. Let me just make this smaller for you. All right, so I'd like you to look at these questions here. Where do you usually spend your holidays? What types of things do you like doing on your holiday? Do you know where you're going next summer? What's the best holiday you've ever had and the worst? Would you prefer to go on holiday with your family or your friends, and why? Is there anywhere you would particularly like to visit and why? Would you like to go on a cruise? Why and why not? And when you go on holiday, do you usually buy souvenirs for yourself? Okay. Does anyone have any problems with vocabulary? Are there any words that you don't understand? No? Okay. All right. So can you take a screenshot of this slide, please, and let me know in the chat box once you've taken that screenshot. Thank you. Excellent. All right. Very good. Well done. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to put you into breakout rooms now. So I'd like you to ask each other these questions and listen carefully to the answers. Okay? All right. Okay, so we're just waiting for a few more students to come back. I think they're still talking. Okay, so welcome back, everyone. Good to see you all here again. Okay, so let's look at these questions and let's see what you said, what your answers were. Okay, so let me just make this bigger. That might be too big. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Carlson, where do you usually spend your holidays?
I usually spend my holiday at home.
Mm-hmm.
Teacher, your screen.
Yeah, I know. I'm opening another thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you normally spend your holidays at home?
For these 2 years, I spend my holidays at home.
So the last 2 years. Oops, sorry. What is going on today? Let's start again. Okay, so the last 2 years, I've spent my holidays at home. Okay. Why have you, is that because of COVID?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, okay. So we use the present perfect I've spent my holidays at home. We use the present perfect when you're talking about something which started in the past and has a connection with now. Okay. Okay. So Carlson, think about before COVID came into our lives and disrupted everything. Where would you go on holiday? Where would you normally spend your holidays?
I will travel.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I would travel.
Yes. Or I would go to my friend's house.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so where would you travel to?
China.
Okay. Okay, very good. So use the modal verb would. Okay, so we use would when we're talking about habits, things that you do usually. The verb will is used for the future. Okay. Whereas would is used when you talk about habits. Okay. Okay. Henry, are you similar to Carlson?
Yes.
Where would you travel to on your holidays? Henry?
For me, I usually spend my holidays at my cousin's house for example, during Chinese New Year, but most of the time I spend my holidays at my home.
Okay, very good. Okay, so my cousin's house. Remember to pronounce cousins, okay? Because the house belongs to your cousin. So remember to use the apostrophe and S, okay? All right. Chong, how about you? Where would you normally spend your holidays?
I would normally spend my holidays at home, but before the pandemic, I would always travel to other countries or anywhere in Malaysia with my parents.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Eugene, are you similar to Chung and Carlson?
Neither.
Okay, where would you normally spend your holidays?
I normally spend my holiday, if it's a long holiday, like 1 month, I will spend 1 or 2 weeks in my my grandparents' house, accompanying those old people. Yeah. And the other 2 weeks, I will travel to other places.
So the other 2 weeks, I would.
Oh, yeah, I would travel to other places.
Very good. Excellent. Okay. So you would go to your grandparents. So you would stay at my grandparents. Oops, I spelled that wrong. No wonder. Okay, so at my grandparents' house. Okay. Okay, remember, use would when you're talking about something that you do habitually. Will is used for the future. Okay, so we use will for predictions, but answering this question, I want you to use the modal verb would. Okay, and Terence, what about you?
Okay.
Where would you? Okay, thank you, Eugene. Terence, where would you spend your holidays?
I usually spend my holidays travel to Kota Kinabalu or went to my friend's house. Most of the time I would stay at my friend's house. At my house, sorry. At my house. Most of the time I would stay at my house. Yeah.
You would stay at home.
Yeah, I stay at home. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Good. Okay, so let's take a look at the next question. Question number 2. Eugene, what types of things do you like doing on your holiday? Eugene.
I like to play video games with my friends and play basketball. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Am I
perfectly.
lagging?
A little bit, but continue. It's fine. Eugene, can you continue? Okay.
I think. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you, Eugene. Can you continue?
Okay. I like to invite my friends to my house and to play some basketball or other games. Maybe like gather. And I also like to play some video games with my online friends.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Kelson, what do you like to do on your holidays?
Same with Eugene. I would like to invite my friends to my house, and I would like to play some sports like basketball or video games.
Okay, very good. Chong, how about you?
I would usually read stories. And I would sometimes play video games and watch TV shows.
Excellent. What TV shows would you watch?
Comedies.
Okay. In English?
Yes.
Oh, very good. What's your favorite comedy?
I think it would be Mr. Bean.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Chong. Terence, how about you?
I would like to interact with my friends, like hang out with them and or go to their house. Other than that, maybe I play video games or do exercises or do some revision. So when I back to school, I can still remember. Sorry.
That's right.
I can still remember that before I can still remember that. I don't know how to say it. I can still remember that last time before holiday, teacher had taught me the lesson. So I can remember it.
Okay, so you like to revise your schoolwork on your holiday?
Yes, sometimes.
Oh, sometimes. Okay. And you said you'd like to do exercise. Is that sport you'd like to do?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So whenever you refer to exercise as sport, it's uncountable and there is no S on the end, okay? So you'd like to do exercise, okay? There's no S on the end when you're talking about exercise, which is physical, like sport, okay? The only time you put S on the end is, for example, when for example, in the lesson today, for example, I've given you exercises to do. So for example, I asked you to complete this exercise. That was one exercise. I asked you to complete that. Then I asked you to complete this exercise. So I've given you 2 exercises to do. Okay. So we count exercises, for example, if they're grammar exercises or work that you have to do in lesson. But if it's a physical activity, for example, sport, it's exercise. There's no S on the end. All right?
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, Henry, how about you? What types of things do you like doing on your holiday? Henry. Henry, what types of things do you like doing on your holiday? Okay, I can't hear you, Henry. You need to turn on your microphone.
His phone is run out of battery. So
Right, okay. All right, no problem. Okay, has everybody answered this question? Carlson, what types of things do you like to do on your holiday?
I answered it before.
Oh, you've answered it before. Okay, all right, no problem. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Do you know where you're going next summer? That's an interesting question. Chong, do you know where you're going next summer?
No, because I don't know how long the pandemic is gonna last.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Okay, does anybody know where they're going next summer? Has anyone made any plans for next summer? No? All right.
No plan.
No plans. No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Okay, let's look at the next question. What's the best holiday you've ever had and what's the worst? Carlson, what's the best holiday you've ever had?
I think the best holiday that I've ever had is the trip.
Was
the trip I visited to China in 2018. And the worst trip, and the worst holiday is
because it's in the past.
Last year. That I just staying at home.
Yeah. Okay. So the best holiday I've ever had, and then you need to put the verb in the past, was last year or 2 years ago. Okay. So you need to put the verb in the past. All right. So tell me about China. Why is China the best holiday? And why was China the best holiday?
The country was amazing. And I visited their zoo and the Shanghai Disneyland.
Okay, very good.
I forgot. I forgot.
Okay. Okay, Eugene, are you similar to Carlson?
Not really.
Okay.
And my holiday when I was 8 was the best because it was the first time I took a plane. During that holiday, I went to Kuala Lumpur, which is the capital of Malaysia. What makes it so good because that's the first time I took a plane. That's what makes it so special to me.
For me.
And yeah, the feeling like when before the holiday, I cannot fall asleep due to the excitement of getting on a plane.
Okay. Okay, so before the holiday, I couldn't sleep. So you need to put it in the past, okay, Eugene, because it happened in the past, okay?
Okay.
So before the holiday, I couldn't sleep because of the excitement of getting on a plane. Excellent, very good. Okay, Chong, how about you? What was the best holiday you've ever had?
The best holiday I've ever had was in 2014. It was my first time going out of the country to Hong Kong. And me and my parents visited Disneyland, Hong Kong Disneyland, and the Ocean Park.
Excellent. Very, very good. Sounds lovely. Okay, very good. Terence, how about you? When was the best holiday for you?
The best holiday that I have had was on 2019. Yeah, the year of 2019. I went to Kuala Lumpur. And I visited Batu Caves there, and it was the first time that I interact with monkeys, and I give them food and drinks, and then and the worst is this year because I can't go anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so it was in 2019. Okay, so the preposition is in. Okay.
Okay.
All right, good. Okay, Henry, can you speak? No. Okay. All right. So let's move to the next question. And the next question is, would you prefer to go on holiday with your family or your friends, and why? Chong, how about you? Would you prefer to go on holiday with your family or your friends?
I would prefer going on a holiday with my family because me and my family have similar interests on what we want to do during our holidays.
Very good. Excellent. For example?
Our taste buds are similar.
Okay, very good. Okay, so taste buds means taste, so the food you eat, but your tastes could be general, meaning you like visiting museums, you have the same likes. Okay. Okay, so what did you mean to say? Did you mean to say taste buds or tastes?
Taste buds.
Okay, so taste buds is used for food, whereas tastes means likes. Okay. All right, so you have the same taste buds. Okay. And what are your taste buds?
Different types of cuisines that are unique.
For example?
Like Thailand's mango sticky rice.
Very nice. Excellent, very good. So different types of cuisine, Chong. Okay, cuisine.
Okay.
All right, very good. Eugene, are you similar to Chong?
Yes, I also like to spend my holiday with my family because I always want to build up a good relation with my family, because usually I don't really, my relationship with my brothers is not that as good as the relationship with my friend. So I really want to build up that kind of relation with my brothers.
Okay, so the relationship I have with my brothers is not as good as the relationship I have with my friends. Okay, so that's the sentence. Okay. Okay, so relationship, not relation. Relation is a person. Relationship is the noun. Okay. So it's not as good as the relationship I have with my friends. Okay, very good. Terence, are you similar to Eugene or are you similar to Chong?
I'm similar with both of them.
I'm similar to both of them.
Similar to I similar. I was similar
to
them.
Both of them. Okay.
And for now, for now, I prefer to spend my holiday with my family because I'm not mature enough. So I think and I not and I don't have enough money to have holiday with my friends. And yeah, that's the reason why I choose family.
Okay, very good. Terence, can you say this word for me?
Mature.
One more time.
Mature.
Excellent, very good. Kelston, are you similar to Terence or are you similar to Eugene?
I'm similar with Terence.
I'm similar to.
I'm similar to Terence. Sorry.
Okay.
I also prefer to spend my holiday with my family. It is because every day I spend a lot of time in academic, and I can't spend time with my family, so I would like to travel with them. And travel with them.
Okay, so you spend a lot of time at the academy. Okay, at the academy. Okay, very good, excellent. All right. Let's look at one more question. Eugene, is there anywhere you would like to particularly like to visit, and why?
Does it mean the place that I want to visit?
Yes.
I think France.
Okay. Why France?
Because France is a romantic country with a lot of beautiful medieval buildings, which I really like the design of those kind of old buildings, such as the Notre Dame and the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, and there's much more to visit in France.
Very good, excellent. Okay, whoops, I didn't want to do that. Let's go back to this. All right, Eugene, can you say this word for me?
Medieval buildings.
Medieval.
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 Medieval. Medieval.
Very good. One more time.
Medieval.
Very good. Excellent. Medieval.
The words is pronounced like it's separated.
Yeah. So it's medi and then evil. Medieval. Okay. Yeah. One more time.
Medieval.
Perfect. Excellent. Okay, well done, everyone. Thank you very much for your opinions today. It's very interesting to hear what you have said. I hope you have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing you next week. All right? Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Okay, have a nice day.
Thank you. The same to you. Okay, bye-bye.